everyone, welcome to the World Speech Day 2025. This year's celebration is special because it also commemorates the 10 years anniversary. Woohoo! And today, World Speech Day Indonesia, hosted by Nurvita Wijayanti aka me, will present you the very special speakers all over the regions and various backgrounds. They mostly share the power of women, brother who has Down syndrome sibling, and even speaker with autism share funny moments. Okay then, let's get started. Oh, I will have Aidan Akbar, a 5th grader from Tubuh Elementary School who loves to read books about villain. One of them is about villain because they are funny. Like what?
Hello friends, my name is Aidan. My school is SD Tubuh Jakarta. Aidan will share how to make friends with books. So let's get started. I like reading document books from Dave Pilkey. I like document books because the evil characters are funny. The villains are hot dog, buildings, tree, animals, fleas, and robots. They are being evil because Pity the cat sprayed a match living spray. I buy document books with my money. I sell the by profit love pants I sew. Aya and Uti kasila. Also give money to buy document books. My favorite books is Document A Tale of Two Kitties because the villains is pasty buildings. Flippy spray the buildings and pasty buildings is bad. I like pasty buildings when they say go 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 go. Finally, Little Pity and ADHD destroyed the pasty buildings RB. I make friends the student who love book document books. I read document books with my friends in school. They are Putra, Nia, Dennis, and Dikta. Putra read document books in Dutch because he is from Switzerland. I read document books in English. Neil, Dennis, and Dikta also read in English. I draw document characters in school with Ubay, Neil, Gizar, Dennis, Dikta, and Putra. We draw document characters in mathematics class and with Bu Afnan. We are wimpy kids, but I'm happy. I also draw pasty buildings, document and PD with Putra, Aaron, Mama Putra, Bunda, and Miss Ova. We did the drawing in Putra house. We have cookies and we drink hot tea. Document books help me make friends. Next, I want to make comic club. Thank you. Bye-bye.
Oh, how it cannot be funny? The characters are hot dogs. Next speaker is Nisa Faradila, a college student from Chemical Engineering Department, University of Akring, Yogyakarta, Indonesia, who shares the encouragement of being a woman.
Halo, saya Nisa Faradila. Hari ini saya akan membicarakan tentang perempuan dan peranannya dalam dunia. Di Hari Perempuan Internasional, kita merayakan kekuatan, keberanian, dan juga kontribusi perempuan di seluruh dunia. Dari masa lalu hingga masa sekarang, perempuan terus berjuang untuk menyetarakan haknya, untuk didengar dan juga diakui. Seperti yang dikatakan oleh Rupi Kaur, I stand on the sacrifice of a million women before me, thinking, what can I do to make this mountain taller, so the woman after me can see further. Kita saat ini melihat bahwa perempuan memimpin di banyak sektor, seperti sains, teknologi, seni, dan politik. Namun perjuangan masih belum selesai. Masih banyak sekali perempuan di luar sana yang mengalami diskriminasi, ketidakadilan, dan juga keterbatasan hanya karena gender mereka. Kita semua punya peran dalam perubahan ini. Dengan menghormati, mendukung, dan memberikan ruang bagi perempuan untuk terus berkembang, kita bisa menciptakan dunia yang jauh lebih adil. Seperti yang dikatakan oleh Malala Yousafzai, we cannot all succeed when the half of us are held back. Jadi, mari tidak hanya merayakan perempuan di hari ini saja, tetapi kita juga memastikan bahwa setiap hari adalah hari di mana perempuan bisa terus dihargai dan diberdayakan. Terima kasih. Sampai jumpa.
Oh yes, I definitely agree to celebrate women every day, don't you think? And I also have a lecturer from Bangka Belitung University, Sandi Ferianda. He is a friend of mine, a debater and a tennis enthusiast who motivates us to cherish our imperfection. Wow, that's deep.
Realizing it or not, right now we are living in a world that often pushes people to chase for perfection, to be extraordinary, and sometimes pushes people to stand out among others. This kind of life is very frustrating. And sometimes it makes people feel depressed because they cannot fulfill what the world asked them to do, for example. Actress having a lot of fulfillment, influencers showing dramatic achievement, and compared to people, for example, who do not or who may not have biggest achievement in their life, or probably people who just have what they have in their life, for example. Right now, we are living in a world that pushes us to actually be somebody. But the world forgets that there are groups of people who just want to live their life the way it is anyway. Today, I want to remind you about something liberating, that it is okay if, for example, you want to live an ordinary life, that it is okay to live in a life full of simplicity anyway. People have been showed by the media that actors, influencers, and other people who have the biggest achievement in their life should be the role model of a success, for example. This is so wrong because not all people are in chase of fame. Not all people are chasing for fortune, for example. Maybe in their life, they just want to feel calm. They just want to live with their family happily without being pushed, without looking at other people's accomplishment, for example. And that is okay anyway. Taking example, when, for example, we are looking at teachers who in silence help their students shape their education, shape the generation, for example, without even getting any appreciation or award, for example. Or simplest one, let's take a look into our parents who are never complaining about helping the children to get a better future, to get a better life, for example, and so on and so forth. Those are the examples when living in simplicity does not mean that you are insignificant, does not mean that people who work at the backstage is insignificant or not important. It is just showing them that living in simplicity or living an ordinary life is just okay. It is just as beautiful as when, for example, you are living with fame, with fortune. That is why, ladies and gentlemen, living the ordinary life or living the simplicity, for example, is totally okay. And it's just fine because it's beautiful. Thank you.
Oh well, yeah, we cannot live based on TikTok standards or else we will be insane to catch up all the unreal perfection. The next speaker is Vincentius Arya Resmana, who takes care of his Down syndrome brother and how he describes the lovely moments with him. Ah, too sweet to be true.
Hello, let me introduce myself. My name is Arya. I'm 12 years old. This time I will talk about genetic disorder Down syndrome. Why am I interested in choosing this topic? Because I have a younger sibling with Down syndrome whom I love very much. So, I want to explain a little bit about what Down syndrome is. World Down Syndrome Day is celebrated every March 21. This date was chosen to highlight the uniqueness of the triplication of chromosome 21 that causes the genetic disorder Down syndrome. Down syndrome is a condition in which a person is born with an extra 21st chromosome, which occurs naturally and the cause is not yet known for sure. Down syndrome usually causes various degrees of intellectual disability, physical disability, and other medical problems. Children born with genetic disorder Down syndrome can also develop like children. In general, only they need more time to adapt to new things in their development phase. So, children with Down syndrome are very important to get support and affection from their families and the surrounding environment, especially for their growth and development in adulthood. They also deserve equal treatment in society because they are the same as us. That's it, and thank you.
What a lovely brother of you, Arya. Much love sent. Last but not least, I invite my friend from South Africa, who is a woman activist and a South Africa World Speech Day ambassador, and at World Speech Day women as well, Fino Pillay. She talks about how women in South Africa experiences something unkind and how she encouraged us to have a value as women and how mental health of women should be maintained to be able to have happy body and soul.
Empowering Women's Mental Health, the impact of the WSD Women East Africa Community Virtual Network. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, distinguished guests. I wish to express my appreciation to Nurvita Vijayawanti of WSD Yoga Jakarta for this wonderful opportunity. I am proud to share that World Speech Day Women and the East Africa Community Virtual Women's Network was launched on International Women's Day, 8th March 2025. This initiative aims to connect senior women in leadership with young women for mentorship and dialogue, exploring best practices, barriers, and opportunities in the field of academia, politics, business, media, and technology. For the purpose of this event, I'd like to share how this virtual women's forum could serve as a space that recognizes the impact of mental health on women and to harness the incredible power of our voices, not just to inspire and lead, but also to heal. We recognize that beyond economic empowerment, leadership, and mentorship, mental health is at the heart of women's well-being. Mental health remains one of the most pressing yet overlooked issues affecting women globally. We navigate professional challenges, societal expectations, and personal struggles, often in silence. But silence is not strength. Strength lies in community, in connection, and in conversation. And this is where the Virtual Women's Network plays a transformative role. Across East Africa and the world, women face unique pressures, balancing careers, families, societal expectations, and personal ambitions. Too often, they do this while battling silent struggles, stress, anxiety, and depression without the support they need. Mental health remains a taboo in many communities, making it hard for women to seek help. But today, we change that. Through this platform, we plan to create a safe and inclusive space where women can share their stories without fear of judgment. We amplify voices that have long been unheard, reminding each woman that she is not alone in her struggles. Whether it is a young entrepreneur battling self-doubt, a mother balancing countless responsibilities, or a leader navigating pressures in a male-dominated space, our network provides the support, mentorship, and encouragement needed to sustain mental well-being. We also recognize that access to mental health resources is not equal. Many women, especially in underserved communities, lack the support they desperately need. Through digital connectivity, we bridge this gap. We bring expert-led discussions on emotional resilience, stress management, and self-care. We encourage intergenerational dialogue where wisdom meets innovation, fostering a culture of care and empowerment. This virtual platform is more than a space for discussion. It is a place where women can share experiences openly, knowing that they are heard and understood, access mentorship and peer support because no woman should navigate challenges alone, learn from experts, equipping ourselves with tools to manage stress, build resilience, and prioritize self care. Advocate for change, breaking the silence around mental health in our families, workplaces, and societies. When we invest in women's mental health, we empower communities. A mentally strong woman leads with clarity, nurtures with strength, and builds confidence by supporting one another. We are creating a movement of empowered and resilient women. The Virtual Women's Forum is going to be a place where women do not just speak, but are truly heard. Because when women rise together, our voices heal, our strength multiplies, and our impact lasts for generations. Thank you.
I couldn't agree more, Fino. Such a great insight from you and your community. Those are 5 speakers from Yogyakarta, Indonesia and South Africa Ambassador. Hope to see you next year with more various backgrounds and stories. Happy World Speech Day 2025 everyone. Bye bye.